Hi, it is the end of the year. This is my final video for 2024, and I will see you guys in 2025. The next few weeks, we will be doing compilations, recaps of the previous videos to get your mind refreshed of everything we've learned together in 2024. And I thought a very good way to end this year would be to do a bit of a reflection. We don't stop and think and then internalize those learnings a lot of times. And I wanted to create a simple 5-question video on your career and how do you want your career to look like in 2025. So I hope this gets you thinking. If nothing else, just listen to the questions. You don't have to answer them immediately. Let them sit in your subconscious and you'll see the answer revealing itself on a random Tuesday. But I hope these questions get you to think about your career in a bit more detail. Hi, my name is Shiv Faujdar. I am a Singapore-based job search strategist and career coach and a former corporate recruiter. I am also a LinkedIn top voice on job search and careers, so please do follow me there. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe to this channel. I release 2 new videos every week. Tuesdays are nano tips, quick bites, actionable items on some very important career-related things which you can apply immediately. And on Thursdays, we have a deep dive. And for today, we are going to be asking 5 questions for your career at the end of the year. Question 1 is a very simple reflection, very overarching, but I want to see what kind of themes appear here. Ask yourself, how has 2024 been for your career, and what could be the most significant achievements for this year for you? Now, when you're writing these things, very important to reflect. I also have a trick for most of my clients who are working with me for career coaching. See what you can update on your CV. Of everything you've done this year, if there's not a single thing which can go on your CV, if you've been running things on status quo, if you can't expand the size of your team, size of your business, any new transformation you did, then during performance review, please ask your manager or lead of the region, whatever seniority level you are in, how you can add more value, or better still, come up with some things you want to be involved in 2025. If for the entire year, there's no achievement apart from what you were doing already in 2023, I'm telling you, if the axe falls, you would be one of the first people where it falls. So please do make sure that there's something else, some way or form in which your scope has expanded. It could very well be a special project or increase in, as I said, geography size, business size, team size, whatever have you. The second question is, what part of your job gets you in your genius zone, flow zone, where time is of no essence? You just like doing it so much that you can keep on doing it. It doesn't matter how late it is, whether you have to spend extra time, you love doing it. It's very important to know what we love about our specific role, even if it's 10% of the job. The key is to see how you can carve out more time for this, how you can increase this from 10% to say 15% or 20% in the coming year, or even more if you want a drastic change. So being very mindful of what gets you in the genius zone, in the flow zone, and how you can expand it in your work over the coming years. We're always work in progress. Also, our priorities, our values change with time. So it's very important to reflect what I was doing a couple of years back, which I used to love. Am I loving it still, or shall I start taking those tiny little steps to make sure that I am aligned in my work with what I want to do with my life? If you make these significant tiny steps, you don't have to make drastic steps later on. The third question is, what new relationships did I build this year professionally? And what relationships do I want to focus on in the coming year? Again, doesn't have to be a very long exercise. 5 minutes timer, write down the names of the people and the ones you want to carry with yourself for 2025. Being intentional in reaching out to the people you want to build relationship with, and making sure that you are adding something. There's this concept of pinging by Keith Ferrazzi, who wrote Never Eat Alone. And he says, just reaching out to people for random stuff, things that remind you of them, is one of the easiest way of building relationship. It tells the person that you're there in their mind. You don't necessarily need anything from them. And with these tiny interactions, the relationship tends to become deeper and deeper and non-transactional. Fourth question. It's December 2025, and I'm doing a similar reflection. What would I want to put in my significant achievements? What would I want my career to look like in 2025 to make me feel that it was a great year? So put yourself in the future and think what you would have wanted to achieve the whole of next year to feel 2025 is a great year. Write down. Please don't have barriers for yourself. Oh, that's too much. I'm asking for too much. Am I being unreasonable? Just write down everything you want to achieve. The next question will bring reality into the picture. It's very important to do that uninhibited, because then you really know what you need. How you do it is the next question. What you want to do and why. Not just following somebody else's definition of success. I always ask people when they tell me, oh, I want to get 20% increase in salary. Why? Why is it important that of everything you could have chosen to do in 2025, that increase in salary became important? Because as you recall, my question wasn't how do you want to progress in your career? My question was, what all could you have achieved in 2025? So be mindful of why you're choosing it. And it's interesting to just sit with it and say, actually, very true. Of all the things I could have chosen, I chose salary. Or of all the things I could have chosen, I chose work-life balance. And that could be because you really need that in your life. Whatever it is, write it down. Or it could even be goals at work. I want to increase my team by whatever percentage. I want to take a bigger portfolio. Think of what you want by the end of 2025, at least 3 things. And the final thing, now that you have 3 things you want to get done in 2025, think of what's the North Star. What is the absolute minimum you want? One thing, just one thing. Of all the things, at least 3, it could be more, depends on how detailed you want to be. But if you had to pick one thing, what would that be? And how would progress look like to achieving that one thing every quarter? What you should have done by quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. You don't need to come up with the action plan, just what needs to be done in each of the quarters. That's all. So hopefully this will get you thinking. Again, don't sit like with these questions for 20 minutes and get the answer out. Even if you've done that, let the questions stay with you during the festivities, during everything. You don't have to carve out special time to think, but you'll see while you're taking a random shower, something else comes up, and everything you have written about these, especially the last couple of questions, would change because something happened, something shifted inside of you, which made you feel that, hey, something else is more important. I was going by the society's definition of success or somebody else's expectation of me, but what I truly want is, and I don't know what will come up for you. It's a very powerful exercise. Give it time and mental space. Enjoy your work. Let it sit with you. And hopefully it will open new doors, new realms for you. With that, that's me signing off for 2024. Thank you very much for your support over this year. And as I sign off, I wish you a very happy holiday season and a very, very happy 2025. please do subscribe to the channel. We will be doing compilations and recaps to help you through your job search and career journey. And if it doesn't take too much of your effort, please do write in the comments what kind of topics you want me to cover in 2025.